Okay, so no point in playing the normal intro because this one's not going to actually be anything to do with sailing or boats. It was going to be me showing you my dinghy because I thought that'd be a good thing to do. And I only live less than a mile away from the boat club. I could walk there as part of my daily exercise. We're allowed to go out for exercise. I could show you the boat, except of course it's not really in the spirit. Well, actually, it's not actually in the letter of the instructions from the government here, which is to don't go out if it's not necessary. And I suspect making a film for you guys, as much as it's fun to do, doesn't really come under the heading of necessary. So we weren't going to make a film, except one of our subscribers, TJ in Ireland, put a comment up last week saying that what we should do is not buy a boat, just get a motorbike, and Hannah and I could go touring around the country or something. And I said to him, funny you should say that, because I've been up to something else this winter, and I promised I'd show him at the end of the film. So instead of being the end of the film, it's going to be the film. So feel free to turn off now if you're not into motorbikes. So this is it. It's an XV750 from 1982, and I thought I'd just quickly tell you really why this is even here. Because basically what happened is we sold Seahorse last year, and I was not determined, but as much as we were looking for a boat, I said to Hannah, let's have a winter off of boat maintenance. All of you out there that have got boats know that, you know, well, certainly in the UK where it's cold and miserable, you can't go sailing, so you get your boat lifted out and you do all those jobs that need doing or that you've been putting off, you know, like the bottom needs anti-fouling, and is give the boat a clean and polish and fix all those things that need fixing. So it ends up taking up my winters, and I didn't have to do that now I'd sold the boat. So I said to Hannah, let's not bow a boat until the spring, and I could do something else in the winter. And then what happened is YouTube, and the way YouTube did, showed me a film from Bike Shed. I believe they're based in London, but it's kind of a business stroke shop stroke kind of movement, really, just for the love of motorbikes. And it showed this film of this young lady that had built a kind of Triumph Matisse Steve McQueen looking bike, and did a fantastic job. It was a great bike, and I thought that's what I should do. I should build myself a motorbike. Except as nice as that Triumph was, it wasn't really the sort of thing I'd get into. So I kind of Googled really like custom bikes and what people had done, and then I came across a guy in America. Is his name Greg Harmon? I'm not sure. Anyway, he'd done a calf racer type project based on an XV750 that looked like a Vincent Black Shadow, and really good bike. You know, at first glance you wouldn't believe it wasn't a 50s Vincent, and I thought that's what I should do, a calf racer. But the whole 50s thing wasn't really kind of what I wanted to do. I didn't really want to try and create a replica or something, so I thought what I should do is build my version of a kind of a 60s calf racer as I might take it now. So I didn't really have a plan in place. I didn't really have a look I was going for. I just wanted it to look like, I wanted people to look at it and think, what bike is that? How old is that? You know, is it new? Is it old? Not really know. So I thought I'd come up with this great original idea, and then I kind of Googled XV750 calf racer, and everyone makes an a calf racer out of XV750. I bet you'd have to go a long way to find a standard XV750 nowadays. So as much as I thought I'd come up with an original idea, it wasn't original at all. It turned out everyone's done it one way, shape or form. There's every type of custom bike on an XV750 you can think of out there. I should point out as well, the reason I liked the idea of an XV750 is back in the 80s I had one. A really boring bike, used to just use it for commuting, bought it for my then girlfriend at the time, and we used to just ride it. And at the time of owning it, I always used to think there's a better motorbike here under the skin than this bike pretends to be. You know, the engine had loads of grunt, you know, it's not powerful, but it pulls well and stuff, and it's got loads of character, and the whole bike just seemed a nicer bike. You know, it wasn't special in any way, it was just a nice bike, but it looks really boring. So anyway, that's what attracted me to it, and this is as far as I got. Started it kind of last October, because last October I bought the bike in about September time, something like that, with the plan, but hadn't really done it. And then last October, we went to the Bike Shed, this organisation I'm talking about, run an event at Lydden Hill in October, which is effectively a series of light-hearted races for people to bring their bikes along and get a chance to ride it around the track. Racing's not really taken that seriously. It's really just the fun of being on the track and being amongst like-minded people. And it was a really good, nice, fun, low-key event, and we really liked it. So came back from that. It gave me motivation to start on my bike, with a view to not really having a deadline or anything. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's just something I tinker with in the evenings and stuff. And now I've got some weekends, but with a view to maybe I can get it done for next October, and I can take this along. And like I say, this is as far as I've got. It's been completely stripped down. I haven't taken the bottom end of the engine apart because it was basically going, but everything else has come apart and been refurbished, repainted, powder coated the frame, made new rear end. This subframe's all new. Had to raise the tank up to get the look I wanted. Rebuilt the forks, which are now shorter, and dropped them down the yokes. They've all been stripped and polished and rebuilt, new seals and stuff. List goes on. It's amazing, really, how quickly you run. The little, like things like the wheels, big job. I knew I wanted to get them done because I wanted spoke wheels on this bike, and it's not actually so easy to do on this bike. Two reasons. One is it's shaft drive, which seriously restricts the wheels you can put on the back of it, as in there aren't any. Yamaha did make one version of the XV750 that had spoke wheels, but it was built around tubeless tyres and used a very particular rim where the nipple of the spoke is on the hub, not at the rim, which limits the rims you can get. So actually putting spoke wheels on an XV750 is not very easy. I've modified some XV535 wheels for those that might be interested. Smaller, so there's hose hubs, modified to fit, smaller rim on the back, front, bigger rim on the back. These old school kind of Firestone look tyres on it to give it that kind of retro look. So things like that I knew I wanted to do, and I knew they would take some time, and I did it. But I'm amazed by things like last night. I've been trying to do a rear brake light switch, and I spent all night. I got nowhere. I haven't got anywhere. It's amazing how quickly, how much time gets taken up on little things. Like just sorting out these rear sets has taken far longer than it really needed to. It's not that big a deal, but getting the linkages right and everything to fit is amazing how much time you spend on it. Anyway, TJ, this is my bike. This is what I've been doing. It's not quite what you said, is it? But it's still bikes. I know you'll appreciate it. And everyone else, I'm going to be fiddling with this for a while, so not sure when you are going to see the next film. It's really up to Boris, really, to let us know when we can all get out and about again. So anyway, I'm Ian. This is Motorcycling with the Foxwell family. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all maybe next week, more likely next time when that's allowed. Thanks.